He's not part of the demographic I'm trying to show light here, but I'm going to introduce him anyway. This is an American serial killer named Carl Eugene Watts. Okay, he is suspected of killing between 14 and 100 women. Now, his demographic women were actually thin white women. So, I know, I don't want to hear nothing. Pretty much, this man had a little normal upbringing. He was just a little special. He had a mom, a dad. The dad was in the army. The mom was a kindergarten teacher. Now, apparently he contracted meningitis and it fucked up his brain because he had a high temperature. And the doctor was concerned that it could have burnt some brain cells up there. And it did. Because Eugene, after coming out of that traumatic event, was starting to act a little slow and a little crazy. Now, it is alleged that his first victims was probably when he was at the age of 12. Reason being, this boy was a crazy child. Now, reason why it is believed that because his first victim was at his ripe age of 15, because he was a delivery boy for newspapers. And how it all went down is basically he was on his newspaper route. He decided to knock on this lady door. Again, there's a little boy. I don't know how tall he was, but apparently he was a little boy, 15. And just assaulted her. R-word and assaulted her. And then they try to help him. They send his little butt to the psychiatry office. The psychiatrist is trying to help this man. He explains to the psychiatrist that he has these nightmares, that he's R-wording and assaulting and torturing women. And the psychiatrist like, what can I do to help? Basically, this mofo said, like, no, I like these dreams. These things make me feel good. And then they let him out. And then his butt went to college. You want to know how his butt went to college? Because people coddled him because he was a good football player. They gave him a whole scholarship to Jackson State. They let a R-worded person with a scholarship go to Jackson State because he was good at football. Alright. When I say his shenanigans didn't get any better, even though he got like a brand new opportunity, he was kicked out because the students were scared and suspected him of doing crazy shit, because the students were saying, this man is murdering people and insulting people and y'all aren't doing anything about it. So they did try to do an investigation. Now, he went to school and he got a scholarship at Jackson College, and then he went to Lane College and then Western Michigan University. All them schools, all those students kept telling them, like, no, this man is weird, people are missing, people are dying, and they're talking about, well, we don't have enough evidence. They just let him go. He just kept college hopping and just doing the same stuff and still not getting caught. Now, when he got older, in his 20s, everything escalated to the 10. He was kidnapping, torturing women, drowning them, slashing their throats, and just going buck wild in the city. And when I say everyone was on the list, even though his demographic was white women, his victims' age ranged from 8 to 20 to early 30s. He was grabbing people out of cars, out of houses. He was breaking in houses, tying people up, choking them, and drowning them in their own bathtub. Now, one of his victims were mutual at his old college, and when he was going crazy on these people, one of them recognized him, and he was actually arrested multiple times on battery and assault, and then he kept getting out of jail. Even white women was safe, because he just kept getting arrested and just let out in the public, even though a lot of people ID'd him. Like, he was a menace to society, for real. So after all this, I can't really... I'm not gonna say I don't have time, but it's like his victims is literally a laundry list. It's a list, so I can't. And if you read and actually go and read yourself, the way he murdered a lot of these women were complete gruesome. Just think of Saw and just look at him. He's the epitome of Saw. Like, that man was crazy. He was hopping out of vehicles, cars, just dunking and diving, tying people up in their bed, and just going crazy on these people. Then he was finally arrested. He was arrested in 1982. And because of his plea deal, he didn't get convicted for all of the other people that he harmed. They just wanted a lock and loaded. We want him in jail for good. He was sentenced to 60 years in jail. Honestly, I think they should have put him under the jail, not in it, but I digress. Now, he did die in September 2007 from prostate cancer, so he is no longer on this earth. Thank God. I'm looking at God like, why did you put this man on this planet? Because you had to take him back. Because why? And it's again, see the pattern. Because again, these are white women you killing. It's like they just go under the radar. Because it's like, you don't believe that they have the audacity to do it. Because when you see a black man, it's more like, you don't want to be racist. You don't want to be harsh. You want to think like that. But in reality, they use the healthy system. And I don't know why they just kept letting them out. Where was the stereotypes? Where was them when these type of dudes were just out and about? Because it's just like gruesome. Anyways, we're gonna talk about the next serial killer in my next episode, my next TikTok episode. TikTok.